This is the Star News Brief. I'm Susan Kiprono. A proposed law is seeking to force Kenyans to exclusively send packages of less than 350 grams through the struggling Posta Kenya service. Among the other radical recommendations of the Labour Committee of the National Assembly is that every company must have its own letterbox. The Postal Corporation of Kenya has accumulated losses of 5.9 billion shillings and is technically bankrupt. The state's corporation's downfall is mostly attributed to the failure by the organisation to evolve with time. Digital disruption that has seen the emergence of more rapid services has left the postal service in limbo for years. Get a copy of the Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. President Uhuru Kenyatta has unveiled a 928.6 billion shillings plan to help the country recover from the devastating effects of COVID-19. The Jubilee administration is banking on the war chest to mitigate the adverse effects of the virus and stimulate the economy. President Kenyatta intends to put more resources to the health sector, incentives to the private sector, recovery of tourism, manufacturing and the transport sector, more trees, more money for the police, the vulnerable in society and ICT projects. A post-COVID-19 economic recovery strategy provides for 21.4 billion shillings for security and 43.1 billion shillings for health. Some 28 billion shillings will be spent on increasing enrollment in primary schools, 4 billion shillings to recruit teachers, and 1.1 billion shillings on masks, soaps, and sanitizers. President Uhuru Kenyatta will on Wednesday chair a National Emergency Response Committee on Coronavirus meeting amid calls for stricter measures to control the spread of COVID-19. The President will then on Saturday during the Jamhuri Day celebrations announce the revised measures to curb the spread of the virus during the festive season. This even as it emerged that the head of state will be taking an official one-month-long holiday from December 15th to January 15th, 2021. A statement by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to local diplomats said the President will not be available for any official or public engagements, including phone calls, unless they're emergencies. Ahead of tomorrow's meeting, governors are pushing for lockdowns in at least 10 counties considered as hotspots. They want restriction in the mass movement of people from urban centers to rural counties. A Senate committee has focused a spotlight on health. CS Mutahi Kagwe over PPEs and masks gathering dust at KEMSA premises while health workers fighting COVID-19 decry lack of the items. The Health Committee on Monday issued summons to the CS after revelations he is yet to instruct KEMSA to release the items to the medics who say they are being forced to recycle the essential protective equipment due to shortage. Shortage and questionable quality of PPEs that comprise the safety of medics are among the 10 grievances doctors want addressed to avert a looming strike which they postponed for 14 days to give room for negotiations. On Monday, more than 7,000 clinical officers and at least 30,000 nurses downed their tools and vowed not to go back to work until their grievances are addressed to the letter. Union officials claim despite being in negotiations with the government for the last 3 months, nothing tangible had come out of the meetings. Chief Justice David Maraga is yet to constitute a bench to hear and determine a case filed by economist David Ndii on whether some aspects of the Constitution can be amended. The petition by Ndii and 4 others threatens to derail the Building Bridges initiative spearheaded by President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga. On November 30th, Justice Anthony Mrima said the petition filed by Ndii was certified and raises substantial questions of law as to warrant an expanded bench of the High Court. The matter was referred to the Chief Justice to assign an uneven number of judges to deal further with the case, but no bench has been appointed. Mrima directed that the matter be mentioned on Monday next week to confirm compliance. And finally, it will cost 500 shillings for passengers using the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport Express route from the Central Railway Station to the airport. While commissioning the JKIA Express route on Monday, Transport CS James Macharia said the new route is aimed at easing the burden of air travellers who encounter traffic jams while heading or leaving the airport. The service targets airport users inclusive of workers. To beat the traffic jam along Mombasa Road and Outer Ring Road, it will take between 20 to 24 minutes to get to the airport using the JKIA Express route. The CS further noted that the Airport South Road has been specifically set aside for the BRT buses heading to JKIA. Get a copy of the Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. You can also get more on the Star website.